preferred it with the Cricket Info text commentary as well. So I think 12's a reasonable.
Yeah, it's a good guess. Like that.
Sounds about right.
If in doubt, just guess.
Don't give away my secrets, Michael.
43 overs gone then. Worth reminding everyone of sort of where the relevance of this match in the context of the World Cup, of course. Australia 4th in the table at the moment. Pakistan down in 8th. Of course, they had a washout. Their last game, the victory over England, was 9 days ago. But whoever wins this could go second, as Hassan is bustling in. And Carey's taking a single to mid-off. The throw at the stumps is wide of the stumps, and the bowler wasn't there to gather, and so they come back for another 2. And it's just been one of those, again, complete up and down performances, and rather more down than up today from Pakistan in the field.
Well, that's why you have to look at that 280. Australia feel they probably might end up short from the position they were at the 30 over mark, 190 for 2. But then you start looking at the fumbles and the poor fielding display by Pakistan. You have to think that this is a real big total that Australia are getting.
Carey this time a little tucked up by delivery from around the wicket from Hassan. Drops into the turf, and Hassan picks up off his own bowling. Yes, Asif Ali has not had a good day, has he, in the field? He dropped Finch when he was on 26. He went on to make 82. When he dropped David Warner, he was, I guess, fortunately for the fielder, he was dismissed just a couple of runs later. And Imam taking the catch. There's been 4 catches, but it's been 2 drops and there's been overthrows. The slip is in place for Carey. Hassan in, angled into him once more, and he fields again off his bowling. Crowd cheering every dot ball here.
Well, Hassan Ali did well there because he snuck up on Alex Carey. Carey was just kind of in his stance, looking down at his bat, tapping his toes, and then he looked up and Hassan Ali was there. He was ready to bowl.
Oh, rush them, rush the batsman.
Norman Gifford, that's what he used to do. Left down spin, used to bowl when the batsman wasn't ready.
Good job to be ready. The slip has been taken out. 3 in the ring on the offside now, and it gets a full delivery. Carey up to mid-off, shot the stumps, misses, and he's home. Now, will there be another run off the misfield? No. Wasn't cleanly backed up, but Wahab in the end coming across to pick up. Sarfraz raced all the way across to his right-hand side from behind the stumps as well to try and gather, but they're having to go at the stumps every opportunity. But they have got to make sure they're backing up as well.
They're quite comical when you see them all running everywhere, diving, and they haven't seemed to be. Oh, today they haven't seemed to be in the right place. When they're backing up, they're probably 4 or 5 metres out of the range of where the ball's supposed to be coming from.
Hassan in now, and Marsh. It seemed to just come back in on him a little bit sharply. He's angled it down to third man and taken one. Amir is on the boundary to do the fielding. Yeah, it's a little bit like rush hour in Piccadilly Circus at times, isn't it? People dashing left, right, centre.
Well, it's like watching a junior cricket match where you know, under 11s, and you've got 4 or 5 who have never played the game and they're not quite sure where they should be. That's been Pakistan today.
A little bit of ball watching perhaps at times. And Carey faces up. Sanin backs away, exposes the stumps, then drives out wide of extra cover for 4. All the way to the boundary. Long off rather was back, but not wide enough to cut that off. The kangaroo in the crowd stretches out both paws in celebration of the Australian boundary. Marches on to 22, 286 for 5 at the end of the 44th over.
Yeah, that's a different kangaroo to the 2 that I saw when I arrived this morning. It's a smaller kangaroo. 2 that welcomed us at the gates were very tall kangaroos.
They're about 10 foot tall, weren't they, at the gates?
They were, yeah. The big
very bouncy as well.
Very chirpy as well, those 2 roos.
How's the kangaroo in the crowd related to the elephant in the room?
The great existential question. 286 for 5. Amir then. This the 9th over of his spell. He's got Marsh to bowl to. And Marsh somehow guides it down to third man, because he felt like he had to adjust himself at the last moment. Didn't quite expect the ball to come on so quickly. As we welcome our listeners from the ABC in Adelaide, South Australia. Now, what time are we there? I'm going to say good morning because it's probably early hours. I'm imagining. But wherever you're listening to us, good to have you along. And for Australia, well, seeing David Warner back to pretty much his best with 100 in this game. A World Cup ton. This one pulled away behind square down to fine leg by Carey. Single taken as the throw comes back in from the fence.
Well, the South Australians will be happy to hear that Alex Carey's out there. He played so well against India. He plays for the Adelaide Strikers. I just wonder if the others would have put Carey in when they used Khawaja. Khawaja was pushed down the order. I don't think they've quite got their order right in both games. I thought they went a bit top heavy with the right-handers at number 3 and 4 today. Used Smith and Maxwell in early.
Amir into Marsh, lofted high in the air. It's gone high rather than long though. Steadying underneath it is Shoaib Malik, takes the catch. Rapturous applause in the crowd. They're dancing on their feet, jumping up and down, waving the flags. These wickets might be coming, but are they coming a little too late? But either way, it's Marsh who's gone for 23, and Australia to 88 for 6. The breaks are just being put on by Pakistan.
Yeah, Mohammed Amir 3 for 22 from 8.3. Remarkable figures. Australia are going to fall a long way short of where they should have got to. When you think about the way that Pakistan have fielded, and apart from Amir bowled, Australia should really have been getting well beyond 350 with the platform that Warner and Finch created for them. Now this is Pakistan. They have it in them to suddenly restrict a team to something like 325, and you just never know. It's going to be difficult because, as we've seen from Amir, there's just a little bit of movement out there when you bowl well and you've got the skill levels of which Mohammed Amir has got. Make life very difficult for opposing batsmen, but Pakistan are just sneaking back into this game.
Well, they've got Amir to thank for a lot of that. A batsman playing some big shots though towards this back end of the innings. But yeah, 3 wickets for him. Nathan Coulter-Nile comes out though. We know how dangerous he can be with the bats. He's at the non-strikers end though. Alex Carey has a couple more deliveries of Amir left in this over, and Amir is in now to Carey. It sits up and he does guide that down to third man. Single taken, he says no, and a big looping throw comes back in over the head of Sarfraz, but it is backed up that time, and the crowd down on the boundary applaud the throw. So they have a chance to bowl to Nathan Coulter-Nile. Tremendous knock of his, which helped Australia beat the West Indies. 92 off 60 balls in that game. We're in the 45th over, so there's a little bit of time for him to have a hit out here, but Pakistan are going to quite rightly bring in a slip, put the new batsman under pressure here.
Have they done the homework? Did they look at the way that India bowled to Nathan Coulter-Nile, which was a little bit wider and slower, making fetch the ball? The West Indies bowled too straight. He likes to flick it on the onside. 3
inside the ring on the offside, and it is that channel across the right-hander that Amir is bowling from over the wicket, but he's got it away down to deep cover for a single, and he's off the mark.
Yeah, the problem on a ground like this, even though slow ball's wider to Nathan Coulter-Nile, if he doesn't get hold of him, I think it'll still be enough to get it over these boundaries. At the Oval it was harder because of the size of the boundaries, and Bumrah was outstanding, and Bhubaneswar Kumar just throwing that off-cutter wider really made him fetch 1 or 2, and Virat Kohli caught him at cow corner. It was a good catch.
Carey taps his bat. Amir in now, bowls and bringing the bat down and angling it to backward point. Single taken, 291 for 6. And Amir just took a bit of pace off that last delivery. It's the end of the over, so Amir's bowled 9, taking 3 for 25, and a couple of valuable maidens in that bowling spell as well. So still got another one to come from him. Carey on 11, Coulter-Nile on 1, 291 for 6. But yeah, what can Australia get up to in these last 5 overs? Still got Pat Cummins to come, of course, and Stark and Kane Richardson. So it could be more of an interesting run chase than we first thought, given that. And for those in South Australia who have just joined us, the platform that Finch and Warner put on together was 146 for the first wicket. So it was a tremendous start. The 46th over. Hassan bustling into Carey, tucks him up from around the wicket to the left-hander, strikes him on the body, drops into the ground, picked up by the bowler.
Mohammed Amir now joint top wicket taker in the competition with Lockie Ferguson of New Zealand, 8 in 25 overs. He'd taken 3 in his previous 87 overs in ODI cricket.
Well, he's done what was asked of him, perform on the big stage. He did it at the Champions Trophy. They wanted him to do it at the World Cup. So far he is, but you need a big team effort around you. You need good fielding. Need your batsmen to be firing as well if you're going to have success as a team. Hassan up to the wicket into Carey, and it's been pulled high over mid-wicket. It's a vacant part of the field. One bounce and then dribbling into the rope for 4. So 295 for 6. Carey 15 off 14. Went very, very high. It was hanging in the air for some time, but with deep mid-wicket back, he wasn't able to make up enough ground. And mid-wicket, well, up inside the circle. I wonder whether they will keep some fielders back on that side of the ground. Carey's looking over his right shoulder and seeing deep square leg now come up. And mid-wicket drops back. Long on is still back on the fence. And Hassan in again. That's a good delivery into the batsman. Managed to bring his bat down on it in defensive mode and couldn't manufacture any space for himself, any room to create an scoring opportunity.
Well, Hassan, he's got to watch Alex Carey's feet, because on that occasion he gave himself space on the onside to try and hit through the offside, because mid-off he's up in the circle and he followed him nicely and restricted him of any room. He either follows him or he throws it wider to make him really fetch.
Yeah, did well to cramp him that time. Around the wicket he comes again. Carey holds his position and swings it round the corner down to fine leg. There is a fielder there. The throw comes in. And they thought about going for a second at that moment. There was a slight hesitation. The crowd got a little bit excited. There could have been a run-out opportunity, but clean piece of fielding and the throw. Glenn Maxwell was sending up the order. 20 off, I think it was 10 deliveries